Top 10 Scary Ghost Videos. Anjelica.pahpasay uploaded a fun little video of her and her daughter jamming out to a song while driving somewhere. However, upon further inspection, it appeared that Anjelica might have captured something rather creepy in the background. Anjelica records her daughter as they both listen to a popular song, although looking back at the footage afterwards, it seems that an unknown someone or something is sitting in the back seat. Anjelica's daughter can be seen turned towards what almost looks like another child sitting next to her. The creepy clip was originally uploaded to Facebook to get people's opinion and thoughts on it. Anjelica shares that this is not the first time she's caught something unexplainable near her daughter though. Some time ago she captured this photo showing something rather spooky also in the background. In May of 2015, KHON 2 News uploaded a video to YouTube after journalist Justin Morris went to explore stories of a possible ghost or orb sighting inside a Florida museum. Charlie Mars, president of the museum, is sure that someone or something occupies the building long after staff go home each evening.
It's a phenomenon that has staff at the U.S. Spacewalk Hall of Fame Museum fascinated. On two separate occasions in just the last week, an orb-shaped object has been spotted by surveillance cameras. This video, which has garnered more than 500 views on YouTube, was taken last Tuesday in a room filled with artifacts, memorabilia, and photos from the Mercury and Gemini space programs. Watch as the mysterious object comes into frame, leaves, then comes back before suddenly disappearing. In this video taken Friday, you can see it quickly moves around toward the bottom of your screen before vanishing once again.
We can't explain it, nor can the fella who put in the system for us.
Charlie Mars is president of the museum and says in both instances the lights and air conditioning were turned off, which is why he rules out that what you're seeing is a glare or floating dust ball, like some staffers think it is. This is his theory.
There are many items in here that were brought in by people who no longer are with us. They could be coming back to check on it.
But Mars says this type of unexplainable activity is nothing new for the Space Museum, which just moved into this 100-year-old building after spending the last 10 just down the street here.
We have had a number of things like that that have occurred over the past 10, 12 years that we don't have an explanation for.
Despite only being orbs flying around and not a full-body apparition showing itself, viewers of this video were still interested in knowing more. For some, unexplained lights can be orbs from the spirit world, while others think that orbs are nothing more than bugs and or dust particles. But what do you think? Could this video show evidence of the paranormal? Or could the guys over at the Space Museum be grasping at straws? I'm not sure who the original recorder and or uploader was for this next video, however I found it on another top 10 channel. It shows two brothers or friends exploring what looks to be an abandoned house on their way home. The two enter the place and record a quick video, although the abandoned building might not have been as empty as they thought.
Look at all this garbage. Look how old those TVs are. Whoa. You're hearing that, right? Like random footsteps? Look at the floor. If somebody was up there, they would fall through. Bro, I'm getting cold. You can see Yo. That I'm going through the bathroom. Bro.
The two boys are venturing through an old abandoned house when all of a sudden they hear what sounds like footsteps coming from underneath the floorboards, at which point they decide to make a run for it, although as they do they hear someone or something screaming out at the two of them. Take another listen.
Yo. That shit. I'm going through the back. Bro.
The scariest part of this random exploring video, however, was not the screaming, but yet the creepy looking eye that had been watching them while they walked through the house. This next video comes to us from an Indonesian woman named Octaviani. A clip she uploaded to TikTok blew up after viewers saw something really creepy in the background of the footage. Now, I don't know whether or not this clip is genuine, although from what I can understand, the original poster is claiming that she was at home alone with only 3 kids at the time. But as you've just seen, there appears to be an elderly person in the background. Now, of course, this could just be their grandmother. However, the older looking person seems to have no facial features and/or legs. That matched with the fact that the original poster said they were at home alone with just a few kids has resulted in the video reaching millions of people. But was it a real ghost sighting though? I'm not too sure myself. What are your thoughts? A very creepy Omegle chat video was shared to Facebook back in 2014. The clip was recorded off a computer screen with what many would now call a potato or super early digital camera. It appears that the young man being recorded may have had a haunted doll sitting behind him on a shelf, as it seemed to have moved a bunch of times throughout the chat.
Oh, mira, está en el aire en el poto. Está más arriba, mira. Mira, mira, oh, conchetumare. Oh, la veo volar, weón. Oh, está moviendo la boca, weón, mira. Oh, la veo volar, mira, si tiene la boca más abierta. Espera, espera, espera.
Oh, weón, qué brígido.
Oh, weón.
Mira que mira, ¿verdad? ¡Ay, no!
Oh, weón, mira.
Oh, ¿se sentó o no?
No, se estaba viendo recuático, weón.
At first, it's difficult to see, however, speeding the creepy clip up, you can clearly see the doll move on its own. At least, that's how it appears. Then, at a later moment in the video, it appears that the facial expression on the doll changes into something much scarier.
No, weón, si el loco está callando ya, es que yo le voy a mandarle el este. El cabro culiao va a quedar para la cagada, weón. A ver, volá, conchetumare.
A young man by the name of Jacob runs a TikTok page that so far has featured his newly inherited house, received after the passing of his grandmother. Not only did he get the big old creepy house, but Jacob also inherited a large clown doll he calls Jeffrey. And even though the doll has scared Jacob since he was a kid, he states that the inheritance involves keeping things inside the house as well.
My grandmother's old house.
She left it for me, and when I got here, I saw a bunch of cool stuff. And one of the best things is right behind here. Oh yeah. I call him Jeffrey. Grandma left him for me, I guess. Real creepy. Kinda cute though.
Later that night, after introducing Jeffrey to TikTok, Jacob stayed overnight in his newly acquired house. And dare I say it, it didn't go well. Watch this.
I just heard knocking from the closet.
Judging by his breathing, Jacob is clearly terrified after hearing a bunch of knocking noises coming from the closet. He goes to check it out, but of course, there is no one in there. Upon exiting the closet, Jeffrey the Clown has managed to turn his head in the direction of Jacob. Although Jacob may have missed this at the time as the same knocking sounds start coming from another door. A horrifying experience that might not have been believed had it not been captured on camera. Be sure to follow Jacob on his TikTok. I'm sure this won't be the only creepy video we'll see from him. Jeff, Phil, and Mark from the YouTube channel Ghostech Paranormal Investigations explored a St. Mary's Church in England, a building that dates back to the 11th century. The guys caught many interesting things on camera that night, however, one in particular was when the static cameras captured what appears to be some type of shadow figure.
We use the SB7 spirit box, but receive no voices. Then we fire up the SLS cam and sweep the location, but nothing was detected. So it was time to sleep. We make up our beds in the chancel and get our heads down with our static cams and audio running for the remainder of the night. "50 minutes later, whilst we are asleep, static cam 3 in the north aisle captures a shadow figure moving along the wall in the chancel. It seems to then go into the floor, then it rises up and moves along the wall towards the south aisle.
As Jeff describes in the video, they seem to have recorded what most would call a shadow figure. The entity appears to be black in color and look like nothing more than just a regular shadow. The scary part, however, is that the three guys were done for the night, almost 1 hour into their sleep. So just what could this be? Make sure you check out the original video in full where you'll witness some incredible paranormal evidence. Chris from the YouTube channel Urbex has recently uploaded a video that has been making the rounds all across the internet. The latest video saw Chris venture into the scariest Masonic temple he's ever explored. While venturing through the abandoned temple, he experienced a lot of creepy moments. However, one in particular grabbed my attention. Watch this.
This place is crazy.
of these broken plates.
If you haven't yet seen this video on other channels, you probably would have missed it. Entering a room, Chris unknowingly records something very creepy. What looks like a head peers out from behind a wall. Chris says that the building has been abandoned since the late 1960s, so when his viewers saw this in the background, they were terrified. The entity darts back in behind a wall at such speed you really have to slow it down to see it. This, however, wasn't the only creepy moment in this video by Chris. I suggest watching the full exploration video over on his channel, Urbex Hill. Renmam, a TikTok page dedicated to the baby Renmei, has been causing havoc in the paranormal niche after several videos the parents uploaded blew up. Their motion cameras one night caught something that just couldn't be explained. While little Ren was sleeping, it appears something scary creeped up on her. For those who missed it, something appears under the bed. We then see what seems like a couple of fingers pulling down on the baby's mattress. Almost a month later, the couple managed to record something very similar, this time from a different angle. Previous commenters on these videos have suggested that the family's house may be haunted by something, or that their house may be occupied by an unknown fourth person coming up from underneath their house. The following footage was uploaded to TikTok by user Rosie B. The clip shows Rosie's daughter interacting with what many are assuming is a spirit or ghost. This video has already made the rounds on the internet for its creepiness. The motion or security camera footage shows the young one having a conversation with someone or something just off screen. Then just moments later we see the objects the girl is holding get pulled by an unknown force. As bizarre as this video is, commenters on the original video have mentioned that they can hear a disembodied voice in the background talking to the little one, saying the word yes right before pulling the blue box. The hair-raising clip has scared over 1 million people now, leaving viewers wondering what on earth must be in Rosie's house for something like this to happen. Elizabeth Schwartz, a mother to a young toddler, recently caught something on her baby monitor while her daughter was sleeping in her room. Whatever this is, Elizabeth states that this wasn't the first time she's seen this thing in her child's bedroom. This video doesn't have any audio, although we do see what appears to be an orb of sorts flying around the young one. Elizabeth says in the comment of the original video that her husband went in to check on her and couldn't see this thing at all while he was in there. Some commenters have gone as far as suggesting that this could be more than just an insect, something like a spirit or part manifestation or apparition. Although, what are your thoughts? Diego Spike is a young man from Mexico, has been for some time now scaring all of his followers for the eerie footage he uploads to TikTok. From what I can gather, Diego's youngest sister Amy passed away some time ago, and since then he has captured some things on his phone that defy logic. Some say his clips are fabricated, while others think they are as genuine as they come. In this first short clip, Diego goes to the cemetery where his sister's ashes are kept. However, once there, he realizes something isn't quite right. On his arrival to his sister's memorial, Diego notices that his sister's plaque is missing. He then hears what sounds like banging coming from inside. Then, just moments later, a muffled voice can be heard. After trying to get some peace at the cemetery, Diego caught the following inside his apartment just a few days later.
Amy. Yeah.
Now, of course, these videos could be nothing more than a clever bit of editing on Diego's part. However, the almost 1 million followers on TikTok might suggest otherwise. Real or not, Diego's videos would no doubt scare most people who watch them. Be sure to check out Diego's page for any upcoming frightening videos.